But then we, oh my god, restart. Next time, restart. The next, restart. Fuck. The next part we see is episode 3 being restart. And the next scene that we see when the episode opens up is the team is on bad restart. It's with Depa restart. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. The next I'm struggling today. Hey folks, what's up? It's Dylan, back with another video. Now, I know it's been a while, alright, but now that Bad Batch has released, it's time to get back to it. So, I don't remember the last video I was going to do. It was going to be the second episode 1 video. I think it was the vehicles one, like the ships and vehicles, but there's basically no excuse. But basically it took like 2 weeks to edit, and then like I started doing some other stuff on my alt account, or actually my main account. This is my alt account, but link down below. It's a gaming Call of Duty channel. I also stream on there, or well, not on the channel, but on Twitch, so that will probably also be down there, hopefully, if I remember. But yeah, anyway, so this is a episode overview, I guess, of Aftermath, the title of the episode. So some pretty nice callbacks we have, and there'll be pictures on the screen, but I'm gonna try to go through this quickly because we don't want another, 45-minute video, okay? No one needs that. But first, the scene, it opens up and it shows Clone Wars fading out into Bad Batch, like it has in most of the trailers. I don't know about all of them, but in most of them it shows the red Clone Wars logo and then it fades out into the new title. So, and then the next part we see is the third episode being reenacted in animated form, and I thought this was really cool. So I'll show, I think there's only like 4, not really like frames, but I guess like 4 like scenes I guess they put in, or it's like a couple scenes. I'll put them all in like right now, but anyway, they show that, and then it opens up and they're on the planet of, the planet was called Kaller, and the next scene we get is the Bad Batch opening up on Kaller, which is the snow planet they're on. And the first like scene we get isn't even with the Bad Batch. It's with Depa Billaba and Caleb Dume, but most of you probably know him as Kanan, so a young Kanan, but his voice does not sound young at all. But and then the Bad Batch makes their big opening with a giant battle killing all the droids. And then after that, Order 66 hits, and just like Kanan described in Rebels, his master dies, and then he runs off into the woods and Hunter has to chase him. But Crosshair's inhibitor chip is still sort of working. And then basically just like, what this video is about is just like summing up what happened basically, and like some interesting things that I found basically. So then we see their ship, a modified oh dang it, it's Republic Attack Shuttle, I think. I'll have like a normal one and then their one, like the modified one, so you guys can kind of see the comparison. But basically like the whole like bottom half is the exact same. But anyway, then they arrive on Kamino and they see either Shaak Ti or Depa Billaba like covered and like her lightsaber like falls down. And then the Coruscant Guard is there, and Hunters are like, what the heck, why are they there? Because obviously those were like Palpatine's personal guards or whatever. But now they're like on Kamino because Tarkin eventually comes and like messes everything up. And the Bad Batch is just trying to figure out like what's going on. And then we meet Omega. Now, this is a very interesting character because, first of all, she says that she's Nala Se's, I think I think that's right, assistant, or medical assistant. But, there's a trick here. If you look closely on her head, there's the exact same little headpiece that Nala Se has. I'll have a picture right here. So that is pretty cool. And, I was like, well, something looks familiar. And I was like, oh, shoot, Then we also see, it's not really a cameo, but it shows, I'll just show a picture, but I don't remember their names. But it's like the two main, like, Kamino people that were in episode 2. So their names will be here too. So you guys will be able to see that. And then some time goes by and like Tarkin comes and he wants to evaluate the Bad Batch. So he decides to test all the clones' combat efficiencies after talking to the two like head Kaminoans, the two head Kaminoans. That's like the proper pronunciation. But then they go into, which is kind of, I guess, like another like little Easter egg. They show I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's like the training grounds, I guess. Like the gray training area or whatever. And basically a huge fight erupts and we get to see these weird little droids, which we might see later in the series, like attacking them like mini probe droids. But then we see early versions of the Dark Trooper being used. And this was very interesting because we also get to see that in The Mandalorian in full force when the Dark Troopers are like there, I thought that was pretty cool they added that in because, they weren't going to be fighting battle droids anymore. They're going to be fighting like the rebels or whatever, right? So that was pretty cool. And then Omega warns them about Tarkin and a bunch of other stuff. And then Tarkin tells them to go handle some insurgents on the planet Onderon. And then they get to see Saw, which is another Saw Gerrera, another I guess you can call it like Easter egg / like cameo, I guess. And he just kind of like, he's like, oh, well, you can either, like die with the past or live for the future or something like that. And they just like talk for a little bit, but then a probe droid was spying on them. So then Tarkin knows what they were doing there, and when they get back to Kamino to save Omega after Tech tells them that she is a female clone. Because earlier in the episode they mentioned that they had 5 clones. And if we think about the Bad Batch, they're all enhanced except Echo. And then it's like, whoa, female clone, what the hell? Because, Anyway, so they go back and they get captured. And, by the way, I guess I skipped a little part, but Omega was already captured or whatever. Which I guess that's a small part, but... And then eventually they break out of their cell and they go try to get Crosshairs back. And this was, in Crosshairs, the whole episode was kind of like, oh, good soldiers follow orders, good soldiers follow orders. And kind of what, not Echo, but freaking, what was the other one? Fives. I think it was Fives, yeah. What Fives was doing in season 6. So he's just like slowly going crazy. And I guess Crosshairs was the only one with his inhibitor chip still working. And then they put him in this machine and intensifying the inhibitor chip. So then after that, the Bad Batch without Crosshairs eventually escaped. and Crosshair's got the new green and like gray armor, which I think looks super cool. And then after that they have like the final battle, I guess, and Omega saves all the Bad Batch because like there's all these clones that are like fighting, and then Wrecker like goes down kind of, and then I think Hunter goes to like save him, which is they're like out in the open, and Omega shoots Crosshair's gun down. So then we're like, oh, well maybe she is a clone because she's literally never used a gun before. And they do say that in the show. They're like, oh, you used a gun? She's like, no. And then it's like, oh shoot, well. And then that's basically the end of the episode, and then they just fly away. But some pretty interesting facts, especially the one with the headpiece I was talking about earlier. And I've not watched episode 2 yet, so do not spoil anything. I know I'm doing this a little bit late, but hopefully I can catch up. So that pretty much wraps up the video, so thank you guys for watching, and make sure to check out my alt account, or why do I keep saying alt account? Main account, because that's where I post like all the time for this. I'll probably try to post once a week. I'll do these episodes. I think there's 5 new episodes coming out. And then I'm probably going to go back to like the episode 1, like tanks and vehicles and whatever. But so that's going to be coming soon. So make sure you guys subscribe, and also make sure to follow my TikTok, which I post a bunch of cool little like quizzes and stuff for you guys. A bunch of like cool like fun facts and stuff. So you guys can go check that out too. So see you guys next time.